Yes, this the shit right here,
Don't
right
the
here, man.
Marco.
I love the song, man. No, for sure, man. No, this is real dope. It's just got that like what they call it, luxury rap type of feel, man. Yeah, they talk us through this, man.
Um, so that was I did that beat in what 2011. It came out 2012. This is around the time I want to say Meek's first signed with MMG. Um, so Meek has signed with MMG. Meek is from Philly, by the way, and I'm from South Jersey, so I was like a few minutes away from Philly. So I was working with Meek a lot at the time, and he connected me to Rick Ross A&R at the time, Spiff TV. So I would send Spiff TV beats for Ross all the time. And for that particular joint, I wanted to do um something similar to like was it the Jay-Z intro joint. Shout out to Bink, man. Where Bink at, dog?
I think he's off the call. I think he had to go, man.
Oh,
But yeah,
okay. Well,
shout out
yeah,
to Big.
shout out to Bink, man. I had to steal his sauce for a little bit, man. He going talk shit. But you know what I mean? That's why Bink be giving me hell every time. So I had to like if you listen to the blueprint, the intro, the joint he did, it's the same, pretty
What
much the same.
the rules?
Yeah, Ruler's back. If you listen to it, it's pretty much like the same vibe. Like the
You mean
horns,
the Trump? Yeah, the trumpets. Yeah,
yeah, the
yeah, yeah.
drums, the drum programming is similar to that. And if you listen to the horns in the hook, Ruler's back had horns as well. So
Yeah.
I wanted to give Ross something similar to that. You know what I mean?
Okay, okay. You see, all right. Now you did something that me Binks speak about a lot, right? If you're influenced by another producer or like in your words, you steal someone else's source, just say that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like what you just said, right? But then there's producers that they do that, but they won't admit, okay, yeah, I got that from that, right? Now, have you been on the other side of that? Is that something you've had to deal with in your opinion? People kind of like taking what you
Um,
did, give you credit.
to be honest, lately, yeah, lately, I ain't really going. I ain't
Do you
really
want to name some
going.
names?
Nah, I ain't really going to speak too much on it. But as of lately, yeah. But it is what it is. Um, that's why I respect Bink a lot because like early on, he like when Bink is real passionate about his like contributions to like
I know.
game and
Trust
all
me.
that shit. So early on, I was like, Bink, you crazy dog, just chill. But it's like now that it's happening to me, he always said this, yo, you're gonna feel different about it when it happened to you. You know what I'm saying? So now that it's
Uh,
happened to me, it's like, all right, I get what Bink was saying. Like it's cool. Um, I get it. You know what I mean? So that's why it's always good. Like everybody borrowed from somebody in the beginning, but it's definitely important to like come up with your own shit. Like use what you know and develop it into like some new shit. You know what I mean?
no, but no respect to you for for saying that because I mean it's not something I picked up on by the way. But if you're saying yeah, it came from
Yeah.
that, then
I mean, like that's the thing. Like a casual listener doesn't pick up on stuff like that. You know what I mean?
mm,
Other producers do. Like I can listen to a whole bunch of other stuff and pick it apart. Like producers, their ear is different than a casual ear. We list the way we
mm,
listen to stuff, we pick it apart, different drum sounds. Oh, I know where you got that snare from. Oh, I know where you got that kick drum from. I
mm.
know where you got that loop or sample from. We listen to things different. So
Okay, so do you think there's a this is a because I've had this conversation with Bink, because like you say, he's very passionate about this stuff. So I'm gonna ask you the same question. Do you think there's a thin line between inspiration and influence?
uh
Sorry. Let me rephrase that. Inspiration and imitation.
shit. I don't know. I'm guilty, so I'm guilty of it. Like I said earlier on, I hear some shit and be like, "Ooh, I want to make some shit like that." Or whatever, and then try to get it placed. You know what I mean? That's how I feel like a lot of my early stuff like after like the G Unit era, um, a lot of my other stuff I was trying to like. I mean, shit. Even a lot of my MMG shit earlier on, I was like trying to like sound like Bink, but I knew at some point I would have to like come up with my own shit. That's why I dice pineapples that don't sound like Bink or um what's another Ross joint I did? Family Ties. Uh it's a few other ones, you know what I mean? It's like you gotta move, you can't just stay in that same pocket. You gotta move on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Take what you learn and come up with something new. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's natural when you first start doing something. You, again, I'm not saying you're doing this right. I'm just speaking in general. When you first start doing something, you imitate something that you like, right?
Mm-hmm.
That you admire. But then,
Mm-hmm.
as like you said, it's essential that as time goes on, you create your own lane, sort of
Mm-hmm.
thing, right? Yeah. So, I hear completely what you're saying. Now, the lady at the big talking at the beginning, is that Tidra Moses?
To be honest, I don't know, but it could be because she was singing backgrounds on the song, so it could be her.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, okay, yeah. Well, shout out to Tidra Moses because she sounded dope on this. I noticed that she wasn't credited on this song. Now, my understanding is sometimes when someone isn't credited, it's because of like contractual obligations, because they might be on a different record label to the person who they're collaborating with, right? But I just want to clarify something. Just because you're not credited, does that mean that person doesn't get paid for that song, or is it a case of you're not mentioned in the credits? What does that actually mean when you?
For that particular record or for this particular song, I don't know what their business is, so I can't
But
really.
in general,
But
I meant in general.
I know for me, sometimes the credits might not come out on like DSPs or whatever, but the paperwork that I sign is gonna have my credits, and that's what matters at the end of the day. As long as you got the paperwork, you know what I mean. You could go in and change whatever else needs to be changed that's out there. You know what I'm saying?
Right now, I want to talk. Speaking of credit, I want to talk about production credit. Right now, when I've spoken to I've had the privilege of speaking to loads of dope producers. Right, and then when we ask them about their contributions to the song, they say, "Okay, I made the beat, I handed it over to the artist. The artist did what they needed to do, and then the song came out." Right. But then on the other hand, you see things online where people say, "Oh, a beat maker's one thing, a producer's another thing." So then, but then the scenario I described before, where the producer makes an instrumental and that's their input, they still get production credit. So in my mind, it feels like the lines are a bit blurred between beat maker and producer. Or what do you think about that?
Uh, a beat maker is just somebody that just sit in a room and just make beats, and that's it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think the difference between that and a producer is a producer, you still have a vision for what you're doing. See, here's the thing. Here's the gotcha. Me, I'm somebody that's gonna sit in this room and make mad beats all fucking day. But
Mm.
I still have a vision for where I want my stuff to go or what I want the song to sound like. So even when I'm just emailing stuff, if I send it, like say for example, I email a pack to I don't know, name an artist. If I name a if
Drake.
I, who
I said Drake.
Drake, if I
Drake.
email Drake a pack or whatever, and Drake was to hit me back like, "Yo, I like this beat, blah 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 blah," I could text him back and be like, "All right, dope, you like this beat, cool. This is the vision that I have for it," and I try to describe what I have for it in text, or if we was able to get on the phone, I could describe what I hear on it, and then, but I'll still let the writer or artist or whatever do what they vision for it, and then I could just give my feedback. But as long as I'm a part of the creation process, you know what I mean, you can still produce that way as well.
Okay, okay. So then, okay, let's use this as an example, right? Because you've got production credit on this song. So I'm assuming your input wasn't simply make the beat, send it to Ross, and that was it. Right.
For
So
for this one,
yeah.
so as far as like the song creation and all that stuff, no, I just did the beat. But I did come in during the mixing time, come in and then did my edits to the beat as well and slide shit around like the vocals or whatever. Like I was still part of that process as well. Like I had to come all the way to New York and sit in on the session and see what was what, you know what I mean? So in some way, shape, or form, I'm still part of the process, but as far as like the song creation, sometimes I'm a part of it, sometimes I'm not, but I'm still going to involve myself in some way, in some type of capacity.
Right. I appreciate you explaining that to me because that's something that I've always thought about. Um, okay, I don't. In fact, let me ask you this whilst you're here because I was having a conversation with my cousin. He works in the industry as well, and we was having this debate about what the difference is between a producer and an executive producer. And I think I've got a fair understanding of what a producer does, but I'm not too sure about the executive producer because sometimes you know how they say it's a reference point that people always use. They say, "Oh, Diddy's not a producer; he's an executive producer." But
Nah,
then when I was just
it's the producer as well.
okay, so talk to us about the difference between the executive producer and the producer.
Um, producer, a producer is gonna oversee the music and the song, the writing, and just see the song to the finish line. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Executive producer, an executive producer is overseeing maybe that plus the business, bringing in, I don't know, bringing in a whole bunch of other producers. Like it's pretty much, I want to say, I don't want to limit a producer, but producer maybe is just one song and executive producer, the whole album. You know what I'm saying? Just overseeing everything. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes
Like
sense.
look at like for example, Diddy is an executive producer. He helped produce on, let's say for example, what's the Mary J. Blige album?
Or
Which one?
my life.
My Life, right? He executive producer on that as well. So he overseen everything from production to maybe the business to whatever needed to be done, videos, whatever needed to be done with that project, he overseen all that. To where as though you got Chucky Thompson, to where he was just the producer of certain songs or all of the songs, whichever ones he did. You get what I'm saying?
No, for sure, for
That's
sure, for
how
sure.
I look at it. Like I could be wrong. You gonna have to get a where the fuck is Bink at? Get Bink in here. Help me. So you know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
nah.
how that's that, but that's my opinion on it. The difference between executive producer and just a producer.
All right, I appreciate. Before we move on to the next song, which is arguably my favorite song that I'll probably play tonight. Arguably. Does anyone want to ask a question? Anybody? Everyone's
Yeah.
quiet today.
Yeah.
Hello, yo.
All right. Eman first, then Emmanuel.
When you was talking about like helping out the artist where to go with the song, like have you ever say, yo, you can say this part for the hook or for the verse, and also would you get credit, like writer's credit for that?
So you from what my manager was telling me, you're supposed to. You're supposed to get writer's credit. But me, just this is just me. I can't speak for everybody else, but just me. I'm already a producer on the record, and it's my job to help you get where you need to go with the record. So I'm not coming for an extra 15 or 20% or whatever. Like I'm already getting 50% of the record. So you know what I mean? I'm not selfish like that. You know what I mean? But I guess you should technically, yeah, you're supposed to.
All
Okay,
right.
thanks.
All right.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Appreciate the insight, Cardiac. V man, I think you got a question.
I
V man, you got.
literally, I literally lost my thought.
Oh yeah. Hold on. Cardiac. Do you remember V man? V man interviewed you in the UK back in the day.
I don't know if you remember me, bro.
Back in the day,
Yeah.
Bro, you came to the UK around 2017 and
with
had an
Jay
interview with you. Huh?
with Jay Hatch.
with J Hatch, Pino.
Okay,
We
yeah.
all
Okay.
sat down. It was rolling
Yeah, I
through the streets of
remember.
Deptford, and
I
all was
remember
doing
it. Yeah,
cheers,
yeah, yeah.
cheers, 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 cheers,
Cheers,
cheers.
cheers, bro. Cheers,
Cheers,
bro.
bro. Cheers, bro. Yeah. Nah, it's good to
Yeah,
connect with you again, bro. It's good to connect with you, bro.
yeah, because
Even
I
since then, even
sorry, go
since
ahead.
then, what you've done from then till now has been mad, bro.
Word.
So
Thank you.
congratulations, bro.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's your question, V-Man?
No, but I literally forgot the question. That's the thing. I literally forgot the question I was going to ask. It was previously to what one song that you were talking about. So basically, I think what was I going to say again? I think I was going to ask the question about the manager perspective because you said you had the manager from early on,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel that. Do you feel that right now, as me, I'm still? I mean, the time I interviewed you, I'm still making beats. I'm still trying to be like you, bro. But yeah, but I haven't got a manager yet. Do you feel
Mm-hmm.
that it's about time I try to get a manager? Do you think that'll work out, or should I still
I
be that
think
guy to send beats out?
I think you should get a manager when there's something to manage. I would say you can get you definitely what you need is an attorney first, right? So if you have an attorney, your attorney can work as your manager as well. You know what I mean? Because they're probably more connected, and they could do the same things a manager could do as well. You would just have to, I guess, negotiate like a fee or a percentage or whatever. But um, I would say only if you're able to do a lot of the manager work yourself, I think you could all you need is a an attorney. But once you get to a point where it's like you just want to focus on being creative, then that's when you get like a manager to help you with the business.
Oh, the business side. Okay, cool.
For the
Cool.
business and like connecting the dots with like other managers or other artists or A&Rs, whatever. Like if you don't feel like talking to motherfuckers, get a manager.
That's
You know what I
crazy.
mean? I'm somebody like I'm an introvert, so I'm somebody that don't really want to talk. Like if I have a relationship with you, cool, but I really most of the time I don't even really be wanting to talk. So I'll just be like, hey yo, Matt, can you talk to XYZ for me? Blah, blah, blah. Let's get it done. And that'd be that.
Question. You said you was in the UK. What did you think about the UK? Like UK, dislike the UK?
UK is cool. UK is cool. I think all the times I've been out there, it's been like cold, so I don't really do the cold. Like,
Yo, it's cold right now, fam. My gas and electricity bill is through
It's
the
high,
roof.
brother.
Trying to keep.
Yo,
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep.
Ollie.
I'm trying to. What?
Sorry. I was just saying, I was rolling through the street when Cardiak came down to the UK. Was rolling through the streets of Deptford, and this guy and Cardiak was like, I was like, "What do you think of the UK?" He's like, "Bro, right now where we at." He was like, This is literally the same as Jersey, bro. There's no difference whatsoever." And I was just thinking, "Rah, swear down, there's actually Deptford, you know."
Yeah.
Something like, wait,
It
what?
looked it looked like when I was there, it looked like I was in Philly. Like I was like, yeah, this looks like Philly, dog.
That's crazy. Where you at now? Are you? You said you're in the Western time. Are you in LA right now? Or?
Yeah, I'm in LA.
Okay. That's what's up. Here's the next song, man. This came out in 2012 from the same album, man. Same artist. Already know where it is. Let's go.